Fleet Farm presents John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. Fleet Farm, the ultimate fishing headquarters.
Welcome to John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. It's December, that means lake trout in Milwaukee.
This is a big, beautiful fish.
Oh, is that awesome? Holy moly! Oh my God! Oh yes!
Yes! Honestly, a fight I've never felt before.
Yes, folks, one of my favorite times of the year is wintertime. And in the wintertime, you and I don't put our boats away, do we?
No, we definitely keep them out just for this special time of year.
Yeah, we're on Lake Michigan off of Milwaukee today, folks, and we're going to fish for lake trout, maybe some brown trout. But when the water temperatures, get into the high 30s, around 40 degrees, your lake trout and your brown trout are actually pretty close to shore.
Yeah, they come in close. There's a lot of reefs that we can target around this area outside of Milwaukee, north and south. A lot of those fish with the cooler temps come out and, they just kind of hang around these reefs, and the bait fish come out here too.
All right, folks, we'll show you more about what we're using and how we're using it, all of that coming up right after this.
Big news, introducing Jiffy's new E6 Lightning with clean power. Easy starting with a squeeze of the throttle. Powered by a 6 amp hour lithium battery, along with a high torque motor that delivers superior drilling performance. Reverse drilling makes skimming holes a thing of the past. Jiffy's Ripper Blade has longer life. Night lights offers safe drilling even in the dark. The new Jiffy E6 Lightning has everything covered.
The all-new Yamaha Wolverine X2. Purpose-built for exploring tight technical terrain. And boasting next-level versatility. No other side-by-side delivers this level of proven off-road performance. The all-new Wolverine X2 from Yamaha.
Hey, welcome back, folks. As I mentioned at the top of the program, on Lake Michigan off of Milwaukee, we're hunting lake trout today and brown trout. And the lake trout deal, that's kind of new that's open year-round, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of funny in the regulations when you look at it, but really it's just closed inland. On the Great Lakes, it's open year-round right now.
Okay, and I love casting for these things, folks. And I like using I like a Google Eye jig, and I use the 5-inch jerk minnow, the Kalen's jerk minnow, and I just kind of rip that off the bottom. What are you using today?
I got just a 1/2 ounce Kastmaster, and same thing, just ripping it off the bottom, being real aggressive with it, trying to get strikes.
Ooh, we got one going here. We got one going. Matt's going to be the first to connect.
Matt, come on to the back here.
Come back here, Matt. Come back here. You're going to have to fight that fish back here. All right, buddy. All right, buddy. On the Kastmaster, too. On the Kastmaster. Man, I'll tell you what, you cannot get this fish. Oh, here he is, here he is.
Oh, look at
beautiful,
size.
Beautiful fish, man. What was that on, buddy?
That was on the Kastmaster.
How are you working it?
I was just jigging it, letting it hit the bottom, and then popping it back up again.
That's pretty exciting when they hit, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Caleb, let's take a look at that fish there, buddy. Look at that fish, man. Hold him up. That's a beautiful laker. And actually, he looks like, or she looks like she's pretty freshly spawned out.
Yeah,
huh?
John, these fish are just coming off the spawn, within a few weeks here. Obviously, we had this big cold front come in, so I'm sure that that quickened things up with the spawning out here. But yeah, you can definitely tell she's ready to put the feed on here.
Ooh, the Kastmaster again. What is that, your next cast?
Yep.
All right, buddy. No, this is amazing, folks. This can be really fast fishing. How fun is that?
A lot of fun, John. Bounce it off the bottom, and they're hitting it on the drop.
Keep them coming, buddy. Keep them coming. Look at the size size of that giant lake trout. Holy cow, and he's in the net. Great job. Matt, come here, buddy. Turn around now. All right, you know, you and I have ice fished together. You know, we've never open water fish. You're a master at this, huh?
I guess so.
No, that Kastmaster, though, and you're just kind of ripping it and letting it flutter down.
Yep.
That is a beautiful fish.
That's a monster. That's 15 pounds, isn't it?
Yeah, I would say so, John. I mean, although, you know, same thing again, just spawned out there. You know,
just hold them out there for a second. Yeah, Ryan wants to get a nice shot of that. And Caleb, you're guiding for this every day?
Yeah, we'll be out here just about till we can't get the boat in the water anymore.
We almost always can get the boat in the water, and there's browns too, in addition to the Lakers.
And steelhead will show up later in the year.
Well, folks, we only ended up with a few fish, so we had to come back to Lake Michigan another day off of Milwaukee. Today we got Gunter with us. He's a great angler. And we have Blake with us.
Hello.
Are you excited?
I am, always.
Well, you know what? There is nothing more beautiful, really, than watching the sunrise on Lake Michigan. And that's what we saw this morning. We got a relatively warm day for early December, very light winds. And Caleb, that's when it's really safe to come out here, is when you have a west wind or real calm, right?
Yeah, right now we have perfect conditions to be out here. I mean, we just saw a couple guys in probably like a little 16-foot boat, and that's more, you know, that's just great out here in the harbors. You can hop around and cover a lot of water with that.
Hey, look at my buddy, the Gunt is the first to connect. And we got a gorgeous early December day out here. And come on there, Gunterino. Oh my gosh, it's a giant lake trout. Look at the size of that lake trout. And folks, what we don't have today, because I was ice fishing last week, I don't have a net. Now we're gonna have to try to tire this thing out a little bit so Caleb can grab it. It's a big fish.
That's a big fish, John. Yeah, I mean, it's probably pushing 15 pounds. And right now, if you look at Gunter's reel, he's just making I mean, we had it up to the surface. Now he's going straight down to the bottom.
Is he gonna get him, folks? Oh, wow, look at that. That is a beautiful fish. Gunter, come on up here, pal. Hey, did that thing hit you hard?
Oh my God, yeah.
And that was on a Caleb's jerk minnow. And boy, that's a big fish, isn't it?
That's a really big fish, John.
What are you thinking in terms of weight on that? 16, 18?
You know, I'd say a solid 15 right now.
Oh, did he smoke that? He just smoked that. I put a Google Eye jig on with a 5-inch Kalen's jerk minnow and just smoked it. Holy cow, look at that rod, folks. One of the reasons I really love these Jason Mitchell rods is I can use them for all different types of fish. And this is a big one. Yeah, they're multi-species rods. And man, Caleb, look at that. Caleb.
That fish is just digging right now.
That's going to take some serious time there, buddy. Folks, this is about 3 or 4 minutes now, and I still haven't gotten this fish anywhere near the top, Caleb. Look at that. Oh, Ryan, look at this baby. Whoa, there he goes. There he goes. Holy cow. Look at the size of that lake trout there. And man, did he ever eat that. Holy cow, can you get him, Caleb? Oh. Nicely done, buddy.
Nice job with that, John. You brought him right to me.
Well, I'll tell you what. No, seriously, I was talking about these Jason Mitchell rods. I use them from everything from crappies to lake trout. It's a great multi-species rod. It's the elite 7-footer. And I like that 7-footer for playing big fish, don't you?
Yeah, John, you did a very, very good job with this fish. I mean, it kept you down towards the bottom, and a lot of guys don't know there's a lot of big boulders right down where we're at.
Yeah, I kept the drag pretty light.
Yeah.
Isn't that gorgeous? That's really a pretty, pretty fish. You know, that Google Eye jig, it's got a rattle in it. It kind of makes a little bit of noise. I think that really attracts fish. And what I do then, folks, is just put that 5-inch Kalen's white jerk minnow, because white is a good color on Lake Michigan. And man, did he rip that, huh?
Yeah, he did. I mean, I watched that rod double over as soon as you set the hook.
Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. This is the very next cast, folks. This is the very next cast, folks. This is cool, isn't it, Caleb?
This is an awesome experience. I watched.
This might be a brownie. He's fighting a little bit more like a brown trout. We'll see here.
Were you snagged on the bottom and you popped it off, or was that a...
He hit twice. Folks, the city of Milwaukee skyline behind you, and catching giant lake trout. You tell me, Caleb, when you get this baby in, that Google Eye jig is not an awesome bait,
That is making a difference right now, John.
Yeah. There we go. Look at where that Google Eye is right there, folks. And why do you like the white color out here?
You know, it represents a lot of the bait fish that they eat. You know, we got some schmelt, alewives, even some chubs and stuff around here this time of year. You got a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And that really shows kind of the color of the bait fish here that these fish are keying on.
Okay, folks, fishing these Google Eye jigs and the 5-inch Kalen's jerk minnow is pretty simple. I do it a little bit differently than I do for walleyes in the summer. I let that thing go to the bottom, and what I'm actually doing is making real big sweeps like this. So that lure's coming 5-6 feet off the bottom and then back down again. Make sure you keep bottom contact, but those big sweeps like that, what that does, Caleb, I think, is draw fish in from a long way away when you're doing those big sweeps, right?
Yeah, they'll see that from a long way away too, and like you said, with the big sweeps, a lot of times those fish will swipe at it like that one just did, and you'll miss it. So keep that bait swimming up, and a lot of times they'll chase it.
That was so interesting, wasn't it, Caleb? Tell the folks what happened on that.
I saw you set the hook, the rod loaded up. You actually had the fish hooked up there.
Yeah, for a second.
And what you did, you just kept jigging and working that fish, and he came back and hit it again. That's how aggressive they are right now.
I know. He missed it twice, folks. Came back and hit it the third time.
I think he's still a little green, John.
Well, I don't care. Let's get him in. There we go, buddy. No, that is a real lesson, folks. Nice job, Caleb.
Look where you had him hooked.
Yeah, but that is a real lesson there, folks, to not give up when you miss them on the first time, because they're aggressive and they're coming at that. He missed it, came back twice, and finally hit it hard. So, what is this thing now?
That's the Google Eye.
The Google Eye with the little white skied Kalen's Jerko.
Yay, I got one!
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I'll reel in here. Whoa, no.
Go right to the back.
Oh. I was just going to say, I didn't check her
No,
drag.
it's good.
It is?
Yeah.
They get you into rock.
We were fishing Lake Michigan out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. A 0-hour drive from Milwaukee, 1.5 hours from Chicago, and 4.5 hours from Minneapolis.
No matter what you're chasing on the ice this winter, Acme Tackle has you covered. From the innovative Hyper Glide and Hyper Rattle series to legendary Kastmaster, Rattle Master, and Sidewinder spoons, or the all-new professional grade tungsten series, Acme Tackle has what you need. Visit acmetackle.com to check out our full product assortment. Acme Tackle rattles louder, glides further, and glows brighter. Get hooked up with Acme Tackle.
The holidays are right around the corner, and Fleet Farm is here to help you rock the most festive house on the block, because it's make 'em just the way you like 'em season. You can never have enough ornament season. No such thing as too many lights season. Super secret smoked turkey recipe season. And of course, time to dig in season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
Folks, we're at Clam headquarters in Rogers, Minnesota. One thing I love about Clam is they make all kinds of accessories to keep you warm and dry on the ice. You'll never see me without my head warmer. And I'll tell you what, these dry skin gloves are awesome. You can cast with them, you can jig with them, they're waterproof, they keep you warm. Then I got my big mittens here by Ice Armor, and these are wonderful when you're driving your ATV. What do you like?
Well, what I love is that Clam always has a complete line for women. They're mittens that are super, super warm and keep you dry. They're neck warmers, and of course, their cute hats.
For more information, folks, go to clamoutdoors.com. Hey, Tom, Johnsonville has figured out a way to cook the perfect fresh Johnsonville sausage.
Absolutely, John. It's the Sizzling Sausage Grill, and we got a new buddy that likes the grill.
What do you think, Brett?
They're grilled better than I could ever do them. I'm telling you, this is how I grill now.
You know, it makes cooking Johnsonville's year-round easy.
Why do you like it so much, Brett?
I hate admitting anyone or anything is better than me at anything. But man, I gotta hand it to the Sizzling Sausage Grill.
Hey, thanks, buddy. And for more information,
go to sizzlingssausagegrill.com.
This is so much fun, Caleb. This is so much fun, folks. And the hit is just like a tink like that. And all of a sudden, then they run as soon as you set that hook, don't they, Caleb?
Oh, yeah, they start shooting. Oh, there we go, double down.
Header. Oh, you lost yours, huh? Okay, well, I didn't lose mine. Oh, my gosh. This is the biggest one of the day, Caleb.
Look at the size of that fish.
The biggest one of the day, buddy.
Keep them coming.
Okay, buddy. Oh, I hope you can get them, Caleb.
Oh.
I hope you can get them, buddy. Look at the size of that lake trout. Caleb Zorn, look at that fish, buddy. Look at that thing.
That is a big fish.
Yeah, that really is. And I don't know if you can open the mouth and show them where that Google Eye jig is. Look at that.
Nope.
Here, maybe I can. Here, help. Whoa.
Oh,
but I mean, he just ripped that, swallowed that thing, man. Wow, that fight was a long fight. There he is, right there. Can you see that?
It just inhaled it.
How that fight?
That
man.
was an awesome fight. That fish made a big, powerful run on you as soon as you hooked up.
Oh, that was about 5 minutes later, right?
Yeah, John. In no time. All we're doing is just drifting down this wall with this current, man.
And I want to mention to the folks at home that we're releasing all these fish, and that they are done spawning.
Yeah, these fish are all done spawning right now. They're just feeding on anything that comes by. I mean, they're so aggressive.
We don't have our net. Okay, so
you ready
Blake,
for this,
you gotta
Blake?
grab the rod there, Blake. Oh yeah,
Yep.
That is a Jim Danderino there. What was this one on?
Another Kalen's a jerk minnow.
Kalen's jerk minnow. Look at that. Oh, turn around, buddy. That to show the folks at home that fish. Wow, that is a beauty.
You know, and I actually got I got a little bit heavier jig on here. It's like it's got a mushroom head, the Kalen's one.
Right.
And bouncing that right off the bottom, and these fish are just teeing off on it.
I mean, this is a day, folks, that is just so much fun. I mean, it really is. When you're looking at the size of these fish, and I'm going to repeat one more time that whether it's brown trout, steelhead, or lake trout, you're out here every day in the boat guide.
Yep, we're out here all the time as long as we can get the boat in the water.
Yeah, beauty. Slow, slow. Slow. Okay, Blake?
Okay.
All right, now you've worked hard for this one, so. Yeah. Okay, Caleb.
I don't wanna lose
okay, Caleb. Here we go, buddy. Now just slow.
My first one.
I know. So, should she play these, Caleb?
Nice and easy, John.
Okay,
she's doing everything perfect. Just let that fish, that fish is obviously wanting to stay down. Just want to keep nice, steady pressure.
Oh, it's a big one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, we turned that camera off for a minute. How you doing?
I just don't want to lose it.
I know, but there's a lot of pressure on your arms, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd rather have the pressure and take as long as it takes than lose it, obviously.
Yep.
Oh, I see some bubbles.
Bubbles here.
I see the bubbles.
That is a big jumbo.
Yeah, Blake, if it wants to run back down, just go ahead.
Okay, Caleb Arini. Blake, you got your lake trout.
Yes.
Yay. No,
finally.
That was a good idea, Caleb, for her to put that blade bait on and just vertical jig, right?
Yeah, the current's actually getting worse as the day goes on here. It's really ripping through here back and forth, and she could feel the bottom a lot better with that contact, and you can never go wrong with the blade bait either.
How's your arm?
It's sore, but that was totally worth it.
Isn't this incredible to be able to do this so close to Milwaukee?
Yeah, you can see Milwaukee right here. It's a warm day, early December, and look at how fun this is. Woo, another one!
You just caught one!
My second cast back down.
Now slow, because these are big fish.
I know, I get excited.
I know, I don't blame you for getting excited, but yeah, you just gotta kind of, Caleb's slow, right?
Yep, you just want to have that rod.
Ooh, Blake a Roonsy boo. That's on that vibrato, a blade bait, and you're just lifting it up and letting it go back down, huh?
Yep.
Nice.
Caleb Zorn, that is another jumbo-itis there, buddy. Okay, now watch Caleb. This one hasn't been on very long.
No, that
He's kind of green. He's kind of green, Caleb. Get him, Caleb. I hear him croaking, buddy. All right, nice job there, Caleb.
Woo.
Stand next to Caleb there, Blake, and tell him what you were doing.
Just doing that off the bottom makes that vibrating noise, and they love that.
Boy, Caleb, this is awesome, buddy. This really is.
This is really good fishing right now, John.
You haven't even let yours go yet. Wow. Okay, let yours go, Blake, because I got one on here.
It's a double one.
Oh yeah. Boy, oh boy, the Gillespies are killing the old gun today in numbers. Oh, woo, woo. Here he comes, Caleb. Caleb. Here he is. Whoa. There he is, Caleb.
Oh.
Get Caleb, quick, Caleb.
Hold on here.
Oh, buddy. Wow. Wow. There you go, buddy. Look at that.
120%.
Look at that.
The Google.
No, that's on the Google Eye jig too.
That was fun.
Yeah, you know what's interesting though? I was vertical jigging that, not casting it, just doing what Blake was doing with the blade bait. That's 3 fish in what, 5 minutes?
If that.
Yeah, and again, you know, these lake trout will stay close to shore all year, folks. Get out here. I mean, seriously, it's a ball. It really is. You know, folks, this is the best time of year to get a great deal on a boat. And our 2 Recons, our 21-footers are for sale right now, and these are really well-equipped boats, aren't they?
Yeah, John, they are. They're both 2185s, and of course we've got the 300-horse EVINRUDE 15-horse kicker. We've got 4 helixes on there, and we've got the Altera and Talons, so they're decked out. They're decked out for trolling as well. So yeah, everything, track systems and the whole 9 yards.
Perfect all-species boat, folks. And for more information, they can go to reconboats.com. What is it again?
It's reconboats.com.
Reconboats.com. No, really, folks, this is a good deal.
In addition to the Ice Helix 5 and 7 family, there's a new model, the all-season model, that comes complete with everything you need for ice fishing and for open water fishing. In addition to your ice fishing shuttle that comes with a battery and a floating transducer, will come a summer transducer along with a power cord and a gimbal mount for your time in the boat. The Ice Helix 7 for 2019 also has networking capabilities, so when you're on the boat in summer, you can take advantages of iPilot Link, 360 imaging, and data sharing across your network, getting more out of your unit from winter to summer.
It's so hard to go in, folks. I mean, this is like the 8th or 9th time. Yeah, I mean, this is the 8th or 9th time I'm hooked up. And you know,
I haven't had a chance to warm my hands up.
And you, how could you get sick of catching these big fish? That, look at the size of, oh my gosh! Look at the size of this one, man. That could be the biggest of the day. That could be the biggest of the day. Oh my gosh, Caleb Zorn, quickly. Oh buddy, I feel sorry for you. How big is that boy?
That's a big fish, John.
That, folks, that is a giant lake trout right there, man. What is that?
I mean, that's all at 15, 16 pounds for sure. I mean, look at the head on this thing.
And how do we go in? You know, we've got plenty for a show, you know.
Right.
But I mean, it's just so much fun. It's a nice December day and catching
Beautiful
Lakers, you know. What is that one about?
I would say all at 15, 16 for sure.
Now, where's that Google Eye jig?
Buried.
Breaking news from Fleet Farm. Take a look at this price. Only $12.99 for this Fleet Farm Plano tackle bag. Starting at $12.99. This is a great deal. Yeah, I'm just vertical jigging that Google Eye jig with that Kalen's jerk minnow on it. Just, you know, I think because there's so much current out here, you got to be close to the boat to stay to the bottom, you know?
Yeah, there's something to it with the way it's either falling. I mean.
Look at that. Whoa!
Look at that.
Look at this guy. Look at that. It's a shark. Did you see that? That's a big fish. That is a big fish. Okay, I'm going to try to get him up again.
That's a big fish, John.
That is a whopper dopper, man. Look at the size of that Slobosaurus, man. That is a Slobosaurus Rex, buddy. Look at the build on that thing, too, huh?
This is a big fish.
How are your hands holding up?
Pretty good so far.
Yeah, let me get that Google Eye. Well, he's got teeth there. But he was just hooked right in the corner there. And I'll tell you what, that color Kalen's today with that Google Eye jig has really made the difference, hasn't it?
Definitely the difference maker today.
It's now time to announce this week's winners of the Fleet Farm, John Gillespie's Waters and Woods 2018 Fishing Contest.
Mark Tank of Edgerton caught this 48-inch muskie on Lake Waubesa on a depth raider. Josh Haferman of Bowler boated this 44-inch northern on Pluto Lake on a jig and minnow. Mike Mudgett of Conrath, Wisconsin caught this 23-inch bass on Brow Lake on a crankbait. Nancy Simonson of Van Nuys Heights, Minnesota boated this 30-inch walleye in Minnesota on a minnow. And this week's kids winners are Hunter Parker of Bowler, caught this 43-inch northern in Canada on a Rapella, and Evan Schoenberger of Melrose Park, Illinois, caught this 45-inch muskie on the spider chain on a sucker. Why are you giggling?
This is too fun.
I know, that's number 3 in 15 minutes, right? Not counting the 2 I caught.
Unreal.
Okay, well, you know, you're learning those slow, right?
Yep.
Oh, there he is. We turned that camera off for a few minutes, and that is another big Slavosaurus, massive Segundo lake trout. And poor Caleb, you go stand up there, Caleb. I'm going to keep fishing.
Was a fight for sure.
Yeah.
He did not give up.
No.
How long was that fight, Caleb? 5 minutes?
At least, yeah. That fish just kept staying down.
Well, Blake, what do you think of the vibrato? That's a nice little blade bait, isn't it?
They definitely like them.
Oh, ho-hum, just another big old lake trout on here. Wow, Caleb, what a day, buddy. And we should tell the folks this has basically been a half a day. Too bad I forgot the net, but
all that here.
Okay, look at that. Holy cow, look at that fish, huh? How big is that, buddy?
Another 12, 13 pound fish, easily.
And he's croaking, and he's loving I couldn't tell if that's the Google Eye rattle or the croaking in the lake trout. Man, isn't that something, buddy?
Beautiful
what a day,
fish.
What a day. I think that's 8, 9, 3 is 12, 14 lake trout in a half a day.
That's awesome.
Hold them out, look at that. Man, that's gorgeous, buddy. Wow.
Beautiful fish. Nice job.
Captain Caleb Zorn guides Lake Michigan on a daily basis. For more information, call Wacky Walleye Guide Service. That number is 920-743-5731. 743-5731.
The future of boating is here. Now, get all the thrilling performance of an EVINRUDE E-TEC G2 in the new 150, 175, and 200 horsepower.
Bass fishing's fun, but half of these tournaments is like a boat race, trying to beat everybody down the lake. And with that EVINRUDE E-TEC G2, it's like driving a Corvette. That thing is passing everybody.
All the best-in-class torque of the EVINRUDE E-TEC G2 is now available from 150 to 300 horsepower.
This is a whole other level. The G2 is awesome.
To learn more, visit evinrude.com.
What a gorgeous fish, Mike. Oh my gosh, wait till you see the size of this thing. Look at the size of that Slugosaurus massive mastodon. Was that cool or what?
Yes, good job.
First
I get to say good job, John.
Folks, I'll tell you what, this is like being in heaven. It really is. I mean, when you got this kind of fishing. And again, we've been out here 45 minutes. Swing them back here so we can go home. Quick, quick, quick. Get them in there. Caleb, grab them. Bring them up here. We'll close the show. If you can grab him. There you go.
Yeah.
Come on. Hey, Gunty, nice job today, buddy. And folks, that is our show for today. Please join us next week. I don't know we're going to fish yet. We'll find a place somewhere. Until then, I'm John Gillespie. Hoping to see you enjoying John Gillespie's Waters and Woods.
Hey, 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 John Gillespie! Hey, hey, John Gillespie! Hey, 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 John Gillespie! Hey, 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 John Gillespie! He's the fishing man fishing anytime he can, yeah! Treat for